We're joined today by men's lacrosse coach Dave Beriau. Coach, this is our quick chance, as well as a preseason interview, to also welcome you, your first on-video experience here at St. Joseph's. I know you've been here since late summer, but talk about how you ended up here at St. Joe's, just a little bit with your coaching background and your playing background, and how those things have all kind of come together for you here as a head coach for the first time at the college level.
Corey, thanks for having me. I'm enjoying my time here so far at St. Joe's. My coaching background's been a little diverse. My first coaching gig in college was at Colby College in NESCAC, very competitive conference, very elite private school, so it gave me experience. Not only the biggest aspect was learning how to coach players and how to strategy, especially. I learned a lot about strategy and how to instruct players and becoming more talented. And I took that learning process and I brought it to UMass Dartmouth, where I had more on-field responsibilities in instructing the entire team. I was given a chance to run the offense and run the defense and teach rides and clears, and taking that Kobe knowledge and applying it to UMass Dartmouth, and we had a lot of success at UMass Dartmouth. My college playing experience at Elmira, it was very similar school to what St. Joseph's is. It's a small private school I was upstate New York, now we're in Maine, and it's that experience as a player relates well to what the school is like here. So I'm recruiting and coaching kids similar to my college experience.
Great. So, Coach, those two programs obviously a little bit different than what we have here. A seventh-year program. Let's kind of talk about maybe some of the differences and what this team, what stage this team is at.
So right now, starting in the fall, teaching a lot about fundamentals, team concepts, understanding and finding the 2-on-1 on offense, slide and recovery, teaching basic defensive situations. It's given us, with a variety of levels of experience, it's given us a chance to reinforce fundamentals to our knowledgeable players and our experienced players, and also teach and bring the younger players up to speed quicker.
Now, you've had plenty of chance to work with these guys with fall ball and now all of your indoor training sessions, and of course you've played a game against Salem State.
Right.
Talk about how this team has progressed from day one in fall ball to where they are today.
It's night and day. We did focus on a lot of stick work. Our sticks have gotten better. Our team concepts have gotten better. We applied a lot of it to Salem State. We didn't execute as well as I wish, but we're going to get there by the end of the season, and hopefully by the time of conference play, we'll be ready for that.
Now, speaking of conference play, this program has been successful in reaching the conference tournament, but only one conference tournament win in, I believe, 6, perhaps 5 tries at the conference tournament, and it was a few years ago now. Is that a goal of this team? And if it is, what else is on that goals list?
Definitely a goal is to make an impact in the conference playoffs. I've seen the other teams play in the past when I coached in other programs, and I think we can run with these guys. We have to play a smart game in order to stay with them. Another goal of mine is there's a handful of teams that this program's played in the past, and we haven't beaten them yet. Mm-hmm. Salem State's one of them. Maybe we didn't get that, but hopefully later on in the year we're saying, hey, we've never beat this program before, but this is our first. We're going to get this chance, and we're going to take advantage of it.
Now, the roster is very diverse. Graduated 13 seniors from last year, so it was a senior-laden, veteran-laden roster last year in Coach Edgar's last season. Turnaround this year, 15 returners, 5 starters, and just a bunch of new faces. How has this group come together?
I think with the new culture and the new sense of urgency to get better, everybody's come together very well. They may have graduated a handful of players, but we return a handful of good players as well. The defense, they graduated their entire defense, so we still have guys that can handle one-on-one matchups, understand team defense. We've got good goalie situation. So they did graduate a lot, but we're looking ahead, and I think we've got the right guys to start a new program, continue on this program, and make some success this season.
Now, what do you expect this identity of this team to be? I mean, it seems like you've returned most of the offensive pieces from last year. Right around 100 goals of 125 or so that were scored are back this year. So if I were to have a guess, I would say that maybe there'd be some offensive balance there.
There is. We have guys that can handle the ball very well. The biggest thing I've been trying to teach on offense is our ability to work off ball. How we start up our offense, how we move for each other, how we work together to make goals happen instead of trying to just initiate on our own and try to do it ourselves. You're going to see multiple passes, you're going to see us working off ball in order to create some offense. So having those returning players on offense helps make that happen sooner.
Right, that makes sense. Now, with the New England weather, and of course we've had some postponements here already, but we're all in the same boat when it comes to that, trying to get the snow to melt in time for the bulk of our season to hit us. You've had plenty of indoor practices, maybe primarily at the Bubble in Gorham, also indoors here at our indoor facility. But you've also done some other interesting things with practice just to mix it up. Talk about that.
Yeah. Starting this spring, we started doing mixed martial art workouts. There's a local gym down the road. What we do is for an hour, we're hitting the heavy bags, we're doing speed and agility workouts. It's a way to bring mental toughness to our team, challenge our guys. It's fun. I love doing it. I participate with the guys, and we're going at it for a full 40 minutes, going hard. There's a good sweat, and I think that it translates. I think it translates well to the season. And the biggest thing about what you said about postponements is we've learned that we can only control what we can control. So if we have to be in the gym, we'll be in the gym. We're going to make the most of it. And every practice has been a success so far. We've always worked hard, so it's been great with the mixed martial arts and every outside of control. We've been doing well.
Well, that's great that you can add things like that into the program and mixes things up, and it adds a lot to the team culture, I'm sure. So, Coach, what people that might not, you're a new face around here, of course. People probably don't know your coaching philosophy. What are some of the tenets of your coaching philosophy?
Coaching philosophy, I'd say a lot of team concepts. The team ego comes before the individual ego.
Okay.
The foundations of our program is working hard and enthusiasm, and there's a lot of little things that make a difference in getting our program in the right place. I don't really go on mantras too often, but just making sure that we stay positive and keep on pushing forward. Go to the next play, move on. If we made a mistake, let's not let it happen again. And we're watching film this year, and hopefully from our first film session to our next game, we're not saying the same mistakes that we made in the first game.
Great. Now, Salem State seems like forever ago at this point, but up at Husson tomorrow,
right.
These guys must just be chomping at the bit to get back on the field again.
Right.
What do you think we can see from you guys tomorrow?
I think definitely, like I just said, learning from the film from last game, understanding how to play slower at times, and how to, first of all, stay out of the penalty box. That would be a huge difference for the game. That made a big difference in the last game, but understanding how to work together, know situations, the full field stuff, getting our roster's not big enough to do rides and clears against each other, so it's kind of just skeleton stuff. So being able to do our rides and clears, we're going to make less mistakes in those situations than we did in the previous game.
Awesome. Well, Coach, thanks a lot for taking a few moments out of your day to talk with us. Good luck tomorrow and good luck this season.
Thanks, Corey.